This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
It's Thursday, November the 27th, 2014, and this is the Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. A senior attorney at law in Barbados with close to 40 years' experience is urging CARICOM states not to join the Caribbean Court of Justice once they haven't already done so. Queen's Counsel Vernon Smith is particularly upset with the CCJ's performance, especially the decision it handed down on Tuesday when it dismissed his team's application for leave to appeal a land deal case without, as he said, having regard to the legal team's submissions.
It costs the government something like over $10 million a year for that court. And my advice is that none of the other islands should join it. Even Guyana has not accepted it as a court of appeal above their court of appeal. And I don't think any other Caribbean country from their performance up to now, particularly since the resignation or the retirement of Justice de la Bastille. Justice La Bastille was a leading light in the whole justice system in the Caribbean. And he was one of the leading counsel throughout the whole Caribbean until he went to the Court of Appeal. He practiced and he knew the conventions.
Funding for next year's sugar crop has been assured. The revelation from Chairman of the Barbados Agricultural Management Company, Dr. Don Marshall.
There's a proposal on the table, and for the immediate future, the Minister of Finance has indicated a reason to be optimistic. For the immediate future, and we're talking about the 2015 crop. After that, the government will continue to support the industry, and then when I say support the industry and transition.
Dr. Marshall was speaking to Barbados Today yesterday afternoon, minutes after emerging from talks chaired by Prime Minister Frondel Stewart at government headquarters and attended by about 40 key stakeholders in the sugar industry. And General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Tony Moore, who led her delegation to the same meeting, was also happy about the future of the industry, telling Barbados Today the union's expectations were largely met with respect to the outlook for sugar.
While we will never have a full assurance or full certainty of what the future holds, I think that for us, we have an understanding of the commitments made by the government, by the independent sugar cane growers, by the union, and by all and sundry that were present, that we are committed to a future for sugar and for sugar cane, and there's a willingness or a sense of a certain willingness to do whatever it takes to make sure that that future is a solid one.
Concerned about existing gaps in drinking water services in the region, the Caribbean Development Bank has decided to put money behind efforts to improve access, delivery, and quality. The CDB has therefore funded a special water utility reform workshop for chief executive officers from 16 regional public sector and 3 private sector companies to meet in Barbados for 2 days starting today. Working in collaboration with the World Bank Group, the Caribbean Regional Fund for Wastewater Management, and the Caribbean Water and Sewerage Association, Inc., the CDB will facilitate the top managers in reforming their respective water utilities.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
Welcome back with news from the region that the Caribbean Development Bank has so far financed the installation and upgrade for more than 3,400 kilometers of water lines, which afforded over 63,000 households in the region access to clean water supply and improved sanitation. In fact, the bank disclosed that last year alone, it provided funding for US $3 million, $2 million US of that went to water and sanitation projects. It also revealed that US $4.7 million in grants through the Basic Needs Trust Fund were directed to providing water supply systems for vulnerable groups. And on the global front, the first human trial of an experimental vaccine against Ebola suggests that it is safe and may help the immune system to combat the virus. 20 volunteers were immunized in the United States. Scientists at the U.S. National Institutes of Health describe the results as promising. The research is published in the New England Journal of Medicine. None of those immunized suffered major side effects, and all produced antibodies. Dr. Anthony Fusey of the NHI said the volunteers were divided into two groups, receiving either a low or high dose. The antibody response was stronger among those receiving the higher dose. The investigators found that 7 of the high-dose and 2 of the low-dose volunteers produced T-cells immune responses, which may be important in protection against Ebola viruses. The vaccine uses a chimpanzee cold virus, which has been genetically engineered to carry a non-infectious Ebola protein on its surface. And that's our Barbados Today morning news update. We'll be back again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Line TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.
This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. Whoa, we're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Whoa, shopping, chilling, everything. With my friends and enjoying. Feeling happy once again. When we having fun, you don't know I like it. You don't know how I like it. Feeling happy, all of we as one. You don't know how I like it. You don't know how I like it. I'm feeling free, feeling really good. Oh, you don't know how I like it. You don't know how I like it. Feeling happy, happy as we should. Oh, you don't know how I like it. You don't know how I like it. So when life knocks me up and I need to pick me up, I'll be happy again. Whoa, we're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Whoa, shopping, chilling, everything, with my friends and enjoying, feeling happy once again. When we having fun, you don't know I like it. You don't know how I like it. Feeling happy, all of we as one. You don't know how I like it.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any line prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.